Have you ever just felt like you're in a constant losing battle against the clock? You know that feeling, right? No matter how hard you work, you just can't seem to get ahead. But what if I told you that this whole idea of time management is, well, it's basically an illusion? Let's get into why our entire approach might be completely backward. Does this hit a little too close to home? I mean, you put in a full day, you're drained, you're exhausted, and yet your to-do list seems to have somehow gotten longer. It's such a demoralizing feeling, and honestly, it's the very reason we're all so obsessed with hacking our time. And what's wild is that this problem, it doesn't discriminate. The super hard-working people, they feel like they're stuck on a hamster wheel, just running and getting nowhere. And then you got the procrastinators, who feel this constant nagging guilt that their day just evaporated into a bunch of useless stuff. So yeah, it's a lose-lose for pretty much everyone. Okay, so to even begin to fix this, we have to tear down a massive illusion, a huge misunderstanding we all have about our own time. And it all starts with one very common, very misleading little phrase. Come on, we've all said it, we've all heard it. It is the default answer for everything. Why can't you start that side project? Why can't you learn that new skill? I'm just so busy. I have no time. It's become our get out of jail free card for everything we feel like we should be doing. But let's just pause for a second and really ask that question. Is it an objective, scientific fact that you don't have time? Or is it just a story you've been telling yourself? Because, when you actually break it down, the math tells a very different story. All right, let's do a little back of the napkin math. It's a simple reality check. We all get the same 24 hours in a day, right? Nobody gets a secret bonus hour. So let's build a really full, really realistic schedule and see what's actually left over. Okay, let's create a generously packed day. We'll give ourselves a healthy 7 hours of sleep, a solid 8-hour workday. Let's add an hour for the commute, an hour for all your meals and breaks, and another hour for cooking. We'll even block out an hour to talk with friends and a full 2 hours of just pure, do-nothing, guilt-free rest. Seems pretty jam-packed, doesn't it? So when you add all of that up, the sleep, the work, the commute, the food, the friends, the rest, you get to 21 hours. And boom, there it is. Even with that super generous, packed to the gills schedule, you're still left with 3 extra hours. Not just on a good day, every single day. That's over 20 hours a week of just unaccounted for time. So the takeaway here is kind of unavoidable, isn't it? We have to stop saying, I have no time. It's just not true. It's an illusion. You have the time. The real, honest-to-goodness problem is that we're using that time badly, often on trivial, pointless things like, scrolling through our phones for hours on end. So if the problem isn't a lack of time, then what the heck is it? Why do we have all these hours just sitting there, but we consistently fail to use them for the things that actually matter? I mean, this is the million-dollar question, right? You know you need to study. You know you need to work on that big presentation. You know you need to go to the gym. The hours are literally there on the table. But you just don't do it. Why? The answer lies in this concept we can call the meaning gap. Think of it like a giant canyon between your brain knowing that a task is important and your heart and your gut feeling absolutely zero motivation to actually do it. And when a task doesn't feel meaningful in the moment, our minds will fill that gap with, you guessed it, distractions, procrastination. Let's make this real. Think about an office worker who always waits until the very last minute. Why? Because the only meaning they've connected to that work is the paycheck at the end of the month. The daily grind itself feels meaningless. Or how about a startup founder? They get super excited about buying cool office chairs, but they avoid the hard, abstract work of marketing. Buying a chair has immediate, visible meaning. You can see it, you can touch it. Writing a marketing plan? The reward for that feels a million miles away. And this gap is everywhere. It's why people give up learning a new language, because the daily practice feels so disconnected from actually being fluent. It's why someone might steal content for a quick social media post instead of creating something original and better. We are hardwired to avoid things when we can't find meaning in the daily grind. So if the real problem is a lack of meaning, not a lack of time, then the solution isn't another complicated scheduling app or some new productivity hack. The real path forward is about something much, much deeper. So here it is, the big secret. Your entire struggle with time management, it all boils down to this. It's actually a meaning management problem. You're not lazy, you're not too busy. You just haven't deeply connected your daily actions to a purpose that truly, genuinely motivates you. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Think about that one big important thing you keep putting off. The answer isn't to just force yourself to do it. The answer is to sit down and figure out for yourself why it truly matters. Find the meaning, and I promise you, you'll suddenly find all the time in the world.